Hey guys, this is gonna be another album review. This is Mason from Frozen Mosh, and today we're going to do Swinging Utter's 5 Lessons Learned. This was their fourth studio album made in 1998. And this one was actually a request that was given to me by my friend Angus. I was asking what I should do, and he suggested this. Now, I didn't know what to expect. I've only ever really heard them in passing, and so I never really knew what to expect when I was going into it. So this was completely blind. Unlike my last review of Intro, which was really bad quality. I'm sorry for that. Who I actually know the band knew what they were like, so this one's completely blind, so sorry if I don't know the back history of the band. You can comment on that very much. Tell me if I'm wrong on stuff like that and all the other stuff like this as well. So when I first started listening, it instantly reminded, there's a pencil I used to write script with. You only knew that. So, it reminded me of if you would mix Social Distortion with a bit of Rancid and some other punk bands like that. Also in other facts of it. But their first one, I was coming in the first title track. It was the title track, 5 Lessons Learned, was can't speak. Was really, really good. It was one of the really hard-hitting punk things that you'd expect to get from a decent punk album. It was really good. It sounded really skatey and was even featured in the Tony Hawk franchise. I need one strips. And the third one was also and the second one also was also the really hard-hitting punk one. And it kept being the really, really good punk thing. It was just your typical, punk, just what you'd expect to get from a decent punk rock album. But then, I don't know, on the fourth one, the Stooges, it didn't really have anything to give. Like, I felt like I could have gone anywhere and got the same riff. It just felt really average. The other ones felt like they gave it energy that no one else gives. This just felt like it was your average, run-of-the-mill thing I could have gone to any amateur band to get. And you don't really want that from a band like this. And then the record started taking a bit of a downturn for me. The next one, The Bastard Lives, isn't very good. Everyone seems to really like it. It just, I don't know. It just, there are things in the back didn't really work, and it just didn't really sound really good with it. Also, I didn't really like either, but it just didn't really work. It was just like, alright, it starts off good, but then you're like, after about 3 minutes of it, you're like, next one, hurry up. And it just didn't really work very well. And same thing for the one after that. It was, I don't know, they weren't my thing. They were just really long. It just had a good feel, but this weren't really hard hitting. Like for your first 3 songs, you had really good hard hitting punk things, and then it just takes like a slow turn down, and that's one of the first changes in the album that we'll get to later. But it just really slows down, and you just didn't expect it, and it just doesn't work with it. And I just personally don't like them. A lot of people seem to like the other songs. One of them was even featured in Rock Band 3, but they just weren't really my thing, and after hearing the first 3 songs, these were a real letdown. But then, it kicked off with one, I Need Feedback. It started with a really bad intro, just a lot of feedback and stuff like that, but it wasn't like good feedback you can get. It was more like just the stuff. I mean, okay, the song called I Need Feedback, I see, but it was probably good that they did that. but I just didn't really enjoy it. But then it kicked off really well. And once you start listening to it, you could think if the vocal just changed slightly, it would have been a Green Day song, which was pretty good actually. I really like Green Day, and both bands were around the same time period, so they probably were doing things like each other. Then the song had really good basses in it. I really liked the whole way through. Very good punk revival song and everything like that. And then it just kept going on from there. But you're not really sure this album anymore is going, because you've had you have 2 changes already. The album keep changing direction where it wants to go. It's like the expression last review. It's like cat and mouse chase. It's not the mouse is not really sure where to go. The album in this one is not sure where to go in its direction. Alright, I'm not complaining though, but it's nice to have consistency in the album. So the next one, it brings back your hard-hitting punk album and sounds really hardcore, but it doesn't really, but it doesn't. What am I trying to say? It has a good speed in it. It has everything really good in it, but it doesn't really. But it's like the vocals and stuff aren't really that hardcore, but it just works. It sounds really nice together. It's like, because when you hear a hardcore song, you're hearing that along with it, except by the strings, so I can't see for shit. So it was a nice break. And then the next one, Untitled 21, was carrying along the same path again. It was a really nice hardcore song with a good solo in it. It was just a really nice song as well with it. It makes really nice hardcore with good clean vocals in it. And the solo was actually amazing. It's one of the better solos I've heard from punk, because you don't really hear a lot of solos in punk, which is pretty good because you don't expect it. But when you do happen, it's really good, and that was again. And then it annoys me again. The next one song changes again with Unpopular to more of a ska song. Now I really like my ska. I've seen Real Big Fish and Jersey, stuff like that. I really like Expressions and stuff. I'm not complaining about it. I'm saying that the album keeps changing. It doesn't really know where to go. It feels like an album could use a good solid route. So far we've had hard-hitting punk rock, punk revival, like slowed down ballad punk, like ballads and stuff like that. Then back to like hardcore clean vocals, now it's ska. It just, I don't know, it just doesn't really appeal to me that much. And yes, I am reading off the script. I'm sorry for that, but I don't really have much time to let it, sorry. And then, my test, it goes back to the really hard speed of everything with it. It really works, it's nice. Again, the hardcore clean vocals thing, it goes with the last 2 that I just mentioned. And it just was a nice thing to have on it as well. It goes back for the next 2 songs, but they were like the hard-hitting punky shit here at the start of the album. So it really makes me think that they should have been at the start of the album, and avoid lots of changes. But it was nice that they had the end of the album as well. So I don't know, I'm not really good at album production. Then for the last song on the album, it was another change. It was a folk song with it was like a folk rock, folk punk, folk song. It was actually my favorite song on the album. I really like folk music and stuff like that, and it was a really good song. It just had the really nice violin in it, and everything just seemed to work with it, making it my favorite song of the album. overall, I'm gonna have to give this album a 7. I think that's 7. Partly because a lot of the stuff would just sound like typical run-of-the-mill punk, and tracks 4 to 7 really slowed down and didn't really work very well for me, and plus all the changes. If you put it outside though, the stuff's really good, but that stuff's really annoyed me, and that brought it down to 7. This is my second review. Sorry if it was not making sense, or trying to get my thoughts out. Still learning how to do this. This is Mason from First Mosh, and we'll see you next time with Cigar Ross.